And this is sort of keeping your sanity at work, whereas you can give the best of yourself at work, but you don't fall into the trap of over caring, over projections, and losing yourself in the scope of it. So on the wholisticcentre.com, and remember, I spell holistic with a W, so check out the wholisticcentre.com. You can see the whole article if you need to read it, if you're more of a reader instead of a listener or a watcher or watching videos. So I called it the heart of healthy detachment and find your peace. And I need to kind of look at my screen because that's where I have most of my notes. I've already talked a little bit about where I'm coming from with this one. And I'm talking about a healthy detachment. It's good to have a healthy detachment. It helps you get to work, do your best, and then move out of the way. And this really goes back to everything that I've done wrong the last 20 years, which is go to work, project, really want something out of it, and then wonder why, oh why is the universe not giving me everything that I want? Well, that's because I never let the space for the universe to do what it really needs to do. And worse yet, I wasn't listening. So a healthy detachment doesn't mean that you're avoiding, doesn't mean that you're giving up, doesn't mean anything like that. In fact, it means quite the opposite. It means that you care, fully care that your job is important and you're going to do your best. But it's more than just your work. It's also your relationships, your contribution, the way you see your contributions. It means not clinging to the outcomes. And I can't stress how important that is for so many different reasons, obviously, right? You need to release the grip of how things must turn out. And this is one of the fundamentals of manifestation. You can want something, but you cannot dictate how, what, and where. And I know this is very nebulous, this is very high level stuff, but let's go a little bit more deeper into it. So healthy detachment is one of the most important things that you can do at work, and especially if your work is not incredibly sexy. And that happens. A lot of people just work because, well, hey, we've been brought up to think that we need to go to school, get a diploma, work, save money all of your life so that one day you may retire. And as most of you have figured out, life doesn't work out that well anymore. In fact, the number of solopreneurs and entrepreneurs has risen dramatically, but entrepreneurs are not having an easy time in this kind of economy. Solopreneurs are having a much better time because they can go and live in another country that makes more financial sense to them and continue their work, making a lot of money in a country where a dollar or a pound or euro will buy you a heck of a lot more than, well, simply if you stay here. And that's what I'm looking for anyway. So we get attached to titles. We get attached to everything. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I would step off of an airplane and I had a red carpet in front of me. Oh my goodness. Elon Musk replied to one of your tweets. You are famous. I never really felt famous, but that's how people saw me. How many times have I been introduced as an expert? I never really thought I was an expert, but I know enough apparently to do so. And that eventually, it gets to you, right? I started associating myself as Nicholas, the expert who knows everything about flying cars and air taxis. And now, of course, I've always been humble enough to say, I don't know everything. I do rely on people who know a lot more to be in front of you and tell you all of these things and hopefully to help you make the right decisions. So I'm speaking from experience when I talk about this. I'm a high performing person. I'm also a highly sensitive person, AHSP. So I got to maneuver all these things really important. But healthy detachment in a professional setting looks like this. And these are a few notes that I put down that to me make a lot of sense. You give your best thinking to a project without needing to be adopted exactly the way you present it. This is important. You give your best, but that's it. You stay in your own lane. You remove yourself from the drama if there is or not. You just put out your best. That's all you do. Be humble, right? You receive critical feedback without experiencing it as a personal attack. That's a tough one. And it takes time. You develop those skills over years. You advocate for your ideas clearly, firmly, release the outcome, and do not make a spectacle of yourself, right?